Hey Bitcoin guys, the price movement on Bitcoin is crazy. People, I have to tell you that Bitcoin is great. It was way below the center line yesterday. Also, it would be on its way to 52,000 if it had closed below that level and maybe even today. Late yesterday, there was a rally that brought it back to the pivot line and pretty much closed the day on that line. People are lying to keep this thing going. Bitcoin's bubble stands out because it is clear and easy to understand. There's no limit to who can join, no matter how much they know about crypto or how new they are to it. Guess who is watching us now? Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad. We'd also like to thank everyone who put their trust in us. We read all of your comments, and the best part is that it's free. If you sign up now, you'll get all the new information for free. Stay ahead of the trends instead of just following them. Sign up for Bitcoin Bubble right now and enjoy the new edge. Let's talk about these things and more in this film. What do? They get it back up, close it, and then look at how it bounced today. BTC is going up and down a little. BTC stayed the same. It has to close below and then confirm anyway, but this makes the job a lot easier in the end. The fact that it ended right there on the queue. Now that it's Friday, let's see where it goes. Is it possible for it to try again at the upside? One thing to keep an eye on, guys, take a look at this. This is where you can find a temporary defense level. In other words, if we go up, this will be short-term slight resistance all the way to this line. If it can break this line, you should really push that pace to 68,000. Listen, even though Bitcoin is going up today, that doesn't change the fact that it was weaker than the stock market earlier this week. Just keep that in mind. I'm still not sure what to think about how the price is moving here. But at least you know that price movement is king, right? What I think and how I feel doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what any of us think or feel. What does the price behavior mean? The price has stayed above the big pivot and is now rising again today. If it stays at that level, it's a short-term sign that prices will go up. Okay, let's quickly go over ETH. I haven't talked much about ETH, but check this out. Here is your help. Take a look at this trend line. This is what's great about trend lines. Push down, push down, push down, push down right there. If you look more closely, we can see that it hit the line yesterday and bounced. Today, you're still seeing that simple bounce on ETH. When I looked at gold, it was trading up the last time I checked. The price seems to be going up again today, at least at this point. The more important question is whether we know if it will hit this 2660 to 2665 level again. It was that big trend line right here that pushed us back, which is why we went down. We'll test it again and see if it goes up again. However, I still believe that this is only a short-term bounce. One more flush will get rid of the weak hands. After that, we'll go from there. Guys, let's take a quick look at silver before moving on. Today, silver is getting a little boost. I think silver will have one more drop before the next big leg goes up. Let's see if I'm right. But right now, silver is moving up again in the early part of the day. Analysts use three main indicators to suggest that altcoins may be entering a bullish phase. This could mean that prices will only go up as the market returns from a recent sell-off. Mustache, a crypto analyst, saw a bullish pattern building on the altcoin season index chart. This means that altcoins may do better than Bitcoin. The measure is at 39 right now, and it needs to reach 75% before it can be called an altcoin season. The stochastic RSI, which is another important indicator, has made a positive crossover, which usually happens before altcoin prices go up. Titan of crypto, an analyst, says this could be the start of a big altcoin rise. The market value of all altcoins besides Bitcoin and Ethereum, called Total 3, has grown by 19% since September 6th. Altcoins are still above the rising trend line. If they can stay above key resistance levels, a long-term rise could start the long-awaited alt season. Many indicators are showing that altcoins are going to go up in value, which means they could make big gains soon. This is the candle you should look at again. I want to get a better look at this. This light right here is the important one. Okay, this one. Why? Well, because you had a big green and then the red covered up your whole body. Look at how you closed below and opened up above the green. Until proven otherwise, this is a sign that the price will go down again. Even if there is a bounce, you still want a rollover to the drop side. Okay, remember that. Now, how do you make that false? That doesn't matter if you close above the high of that. On the other hand, there is strong support just above that at $80.40. I'm still short on oil, but it's only a small amount. But once more, I'm a little short. On the short side, we are just barely in the money with this bet. Finally, natural gas. Guys, look at this one more time. That's it again, petrol. I put on my shorts early yesterday morning right here. Then it rose up. Even today it was still going up, though it stopped. It's important to keep in mind that there's always a chance of making another deal. If prices rose to this level, I would short it again right now. This line of trend, double top, short it again. There might even be a short for a play down to this zone if we make this bear flag. Are there any long-term chances with natural gas? It's always possible for a long to happen, but you need it to dump out very, very quickly, like into this or this level down here. Oh, and this level would be the clear choice if we got to it, right? I mean, that's a big turning point right there in the middle. There would be a long chance. It's always important to know that I sometimes say, oh, I'm going long or I'm going short. Everyone thinks, oh, Garrett is bullish on this. Then after a few days, it does something different. And it's like, oh no, I'm now short on it. The best example of this was with the Chinese stocks. We smashed the table on these stocks to buy them about a month and a half ago, but then they went on the run and we sold them short. I'm still short the K web. In fact, let me check that out here before the market opens. I'll pull up my charts and we'll look at those. I do know though that we're pretty far ahead of the curve on K web. And the last time I checked, it was moving lower for the day. Indeed, moving down for the day was good. Still, I think it will come in a bit more. Still, the most important thing is that a good trader doesn't have a set angle. The numbers are very important. The charts show us whether to be bullish or bearish and where to put our money in the end. A skilled seller might buy something one day and sell it the next with no time between the two trades. And that's the great thing about being a neutral chart technician. You don't let your feelings affect your decisions, or at least you try not to. That's not something most people can do. Even when they have a lot of money, they let their own ideas or feelings get in the way. These days, with all the media, politics, and social media out there, it's very easy to let that affect you. However, if you want to deal well, you should try to remain neutral. This will return it to its normal trade range of $50,000 to $70,000. Bitcoin is still a long way from breaking out of this level, even after the jump. MSD stock went up 12% today, even though the value of its Bitcoin shares is $15.1 billion. Before today's rally, its market cap was $37.14 billion. This big gain over its Bitcoin holdings makes me think of the market euphorias in early 2021. Carisdale Capital had previously pushed a strategy of buying Bitcoin and selling NSTR at the same time. They said that the current market action might be caused by a short squeeze on this pair trade. Even though MS2's stock is breaking out, the difference between its price and the value of its Bitcoin assets may soon close.